Till this day, I will never forget how I made a vow to myself to always keep my hair done and to never go out into public looking crazy. Before I get into this story time, I am going to be putting some mini twist in my hair using this Marley braiding hair that I got off of Amazon, and I cut it in half just to make sure it wasn't that long, but long enough. Welcome to Today Live. Today Live. It all started when I was in middle school. Okay, so y'all remember latch hooks before crochets and all that. You get your straight backs and you get your latch hooks hooked in from back to front, right? My mom, she originally had took me over my stepsister's house to get my hair done, but my stepsister, she wasn't able to finish because of some other drama that she was going through. So my mom, she's like, oh, I will finish it tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, the next day was Sunday. But my mom, she ended up doing something else, like some type of biker club crew thing that she's in or whatever. So she wasn't able to finish my hair that night. So the next day was school, and she sent me to school with this bandana on my head, and it was burgundy. And I remember telling her that the school policy said that we weren't allowed to wear bandanas, and she was like, I ain't never read that. You're fine. It's not any gang colors. You'll be okay. Put it on and go to school. I remember I hadn't had been going to this school for long because I had to transfer in the middle due to some type of closing of the campus from middle school. So we had to go to another middle school. So I ended up going to this new middle school, and the girl that I knew, she told me, she was like, oh, you're not allowed to wear that. That's a part of the school dress code policy. And I'm like, oh, it's okay. My mom said it's fine. It's not gang colors. We're okay. And then she's like, okay. None of the teachers said anything the first and the second period. So I'm like, okay, it's a go. I'm good. I don't have no worries. I'm good. But on my way to the bathroom during break, I get stopped by the security guard. And the security guard's like, look, you need to go to the office because you're in dress code policy. I'm like, where? And they're like, you're gang affiliated with the bandana on your head. And I'm like, oh, no way. My mom told me that this is not a gang affiliated color. And then he said, school policy, that's gang affiliation. Since it was my first time to the office, and I honestly never been to the school before, the principal was like, okay, we're just going to have you pick up trash during lunch break or the second lunch break. That way you can work off your time instead of getting suspended or detention after school. And I'm like, okay. He's like, but the other thing is you cannot wear that bandana. And I'm like, but my hair isn't done. I already told you that my hair isn't done and I'm not taking this off my head. And he's like, well, you can call your mom. She can bring you something that can cover up your head. So I call my mom. And my mom's like, I'm not coming up there. I'm not going to come off of work and bring you nothing for your head. You going to walk around like that just how it is. I don't care. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what? So after crying in the office probably for like 30 minutes because I had to go out into the world with my braids half done in these latch hooks. Y'all know latch hooks. They was the braided latch hooks. So they were hooked up in the back and the front was just cornrows. It wasn't even giving out like Sinai Latham or nothing. It was just some dangly pieces in the back and some braids and cornrows in the front. So I'm like, oh, I'm crying, boo-hoo crying. And the principal was like, well, your mom doesn't want to come pick you up and you can't sit in here. So you need to go. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't know anyone. So it should be fine. And I should be okay at lunch B picking up trash. So I go and I start picking up trash for lunch B. And I just remember this group of girls. They were all in just one circle and they all just started laughing. And when I say laughing, I mean laughing like real bad. And they walked up to me and was like, why would your mama send you to school looking like that? Why your mama didn't finish your hair? They started pulling out the latch hooks in the back. What I'm telling you, like sliding them out. That's how bad it was. And I'm trying to remain confident, but I was not that confident in middle school. I didn't have that much like boldness. So I just started crying and I'm just bawling in tears. And then this other girl, she comes and she's like, leave her alone. Like, that's not nice. And, she just helped me take all of the latch hooks out. So I ended up just going to the bathroom and taking all the latch hooks out and just walking around with the corn braids, the Queen Latifah corn braids. And that was it. So I get home from school, and then my mom, she's even more mad that I took the latch hooks out. She's like, all that time she did, I could have just finished it, and woo 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 woo. You wasting time, you wasting money. And I'm like, you sent me to school looking crazy, okay? And I had to do something where I didn't look crazy, or the girls were gonna talk about me for the rest of the week. And she's like, I don't give a damn, you wasting my money, okay? It was about her money and her time, sweetheart, not mine and not me and what I was going through. But that day, I decided, I was like, I'm never going to let nobody play in my hair. Never let nobody do my hair. I'm going to learn how to do my own hair from this day forth. I don't care. I'm going to do it myself. So give me the latch hook and I'm going to make it look cute the way that I want it to look. After a bunch of trial and error, I finally got the braiding down, like the box braids. So I would just put box braids. I mean, they was loose. They would come out after like the first 2 weeks. But after I kept doing it, I perfected my craft. Okay. YouTube University came through back then. So I perfected my craft. And I was doing my sister's hair. I was doing my mama's hair. I was doing my auntie's hair. I was doing everybody's hair. Okay. I perfected my craft from that middle school experience, that traumatic middle school experience that led me to believe that I would never walk out the house looking crazy again. And I know for a fact that my daughters, when they get older, they are never going to look crazy. They're never going to walk out the house looking crazy, because I would never want them to feel the way that I felt. It's hard out here. This social environment is very hard, okay? I still got some kind of feeling towards the girl that picked on me in middle school. She sent me a friend request on Facebook and everything, and I still stare at it like, girl, no, that's a traumatic event that I don't want to experience anymore. But now look at my hair. I could do any kind of hairstyle that I want. I could do braids, weaves, knotless, pixie cuts, glue, stitch, whatever you were talking about, I can do it. Okay. All because I went through something. And sometimes we got to go through things to get to where we need to go. And that's the biggest thing too, is that we don't want to go through things to get to where we need to go or to become better. But I needed that to become better. So yes, I'm glad that I learned how to do my own hair. I'm not glad that I went through that experience, but I'm glad that I was able to experience, to be able to move forward in life and take that and say, hey, you know what? I could do anything that I put my mind to. And I know that my daughters, I have 2 daughters, I know that they are going to always want their hair done. And I don't even care. You want your hair done at 2 weeks, 1 month, a prom, a homecoming. Man, somebody sent you flowers. Let me do your hair. Your friend need her hair done too? Okay, bring her through. Come get your hair done too. Because nobody associated with y'all are going to be walking around looking crazy. And that is one of my vows. I already know. They're only like 2 and 1. So I got a couple of more years to perfect my crafts, to be a better hairstylist for myself, non-licensed. Okay. But yeah, that was my story time. Hope you guys enjoyed and just watch the rest of me doing this twisting video here. I really have nothing else to talk about, but thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys soon. Oh, wait. So this is how I twist my ends. I just like twist them up and then I wrap them around each other like a bantu knot on the end. That way they could be curly, but not like a perfect curl. I like that look more than the uniformic curls that comes with perm rods or flexi rods. It's another thing. But yes, that was really it. I don't really have nothing else to talk about. Thank you guys. Also, if you guys made it this far, comment down below latch hooks and tell me if you ever had a traumatic experience with latch hooks. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.